Hi, my name's Butcher Girl Alison and I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So in the spirit of Christmas, I decided to give a small demonstration on how to glaze a ham. So here I've selected for my family this year a beautiful nugget ham. And the reason I've selected this is because it's a nice size. I think it looks great in the center of a table. And it has no bone, so it's all meat. Generally, a knuckle of pork is a nugget ham. So normally you'd use something like this. It's from the leg, so you'd normally use it for maybe schnitzels or diced. But here we have, it's smoked, and this is your ham for Christmas. So it has a nice rind on the top, which I'm going to remove, which gives you a layer of fat underneath. So let's start with that. The biggest decision I think at Christmas, when you've decided that you're going to glaze your ham, is what glaze you're going to decide on. There are so many out there, but today I decided on a beautiful ginger beer and hot English mustard glaze. It's a peppery, sweet glaze, and the reason I like this recipe is because it's super easy and I think it complements the ham beautifully. So let's get started. Here I have it. So what I do is you can start removing the rind, but not all the fat. So underneath there is a beautiful layer of fat. Now I selected this ham because it had nice fat coverage, and when you're going to glaze a ham you want to have that nice fat coverage so that when you score and you decorate, it looks beautiful. So let's just remove that. It's very simple to remove. Just use your fingers and keep moving. To remove that. So that's the rind of your nugget ham. This weighs in about 2 kilos, which is a good size. So I only have 6 people this year for Christmas, so it's perfect, and it will give us some leftovers as well. And you've got other meat with it too, so you have to remember you don't need a huge ham for that amount of people. Now, what do you do with this? You could throw it out, but what I prefer to do is with the leftover ham, cover it with the slices of ham, or cover what's left over of your ham after Christmas, and it will keep it nice and moist in the fridge in your ham bag. So let's put that aside. Now I'm left with the fat. So I have a nice sharp knife. Now I remember doing this many years ago in a beautiful butcher shop in London. I used to have to glaze the hams every day. I would take them up and glaze the hams. It was a job I quite enjoyed. It was decorating and it was placing the peppercorns in the perfect position. It was important to me. So I have a nice sharp knife. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crisscross and then crisscross the other way to make nice little diamonds. All around 1 centimetre apart. The idea is to make it look perfect. This adds to the effect of the glaze. So now that I've gone that way, I'll come around and go from this side. Here we go. So now I'm going to grab my peppercorns, and then I'm going to place a peppercorn between every triangle. You can place it in the middle if you like, but what I decide to do, it's up to you. It's your ham, and it's a great opportunity to get creative. So I place between each diamond, but another option is to place in the center of each diamond. So we will continue to do this all the way along. So I'll keep at that. So the next step is to get our glaze going. So in this recipe, we have some ginger beer. So I've got the best ginger beer you can buy. And I will heat my pan. Let's just get that heating. hot English mustard, a quarter of a cup of brown sugar. So I use 2 tablespoons of English mustard, a quarter of a cup of brown sugar, 2 small 375 bottles of ginger beer, and a pinch of ground ginger. Also some beautiful green peppercorns that I have crushed. A tablespoon of those. So let's go through that. I've heated my pan. I will pop open my ginger beer. Straight in. There's one. Around 700 mils is fine. I said 2, but you can always save a little for yourself. There it is, 2 tablespoons of hot English mustard. That's lovely. A pinch of ginger. Quarter of a cup of brown sugar. Super easy, this recipe. And like I said, a tablespoon of green peppercorns. So we're going to let that bubble away and reduce. Already smells like Christmas. That will probably take around 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, so when it reduces and thickens slightly. Okay, so now what we have is our beautiful nugget ham that I have scored and put peppercorns all the way through it. It looks beautiful. My sauce is finished. I just had a little taste and I have to say it's beautiful. It's peppery, it's got a little wee kick to it, and it's also sweet. I love it. I think it complements a ham beautifully. So let's go ahead and place the glaze on top. Oh gosh, that's good. So I have preheated my oven to, there's a beautiful glaze. The colour is amazing. That's the brown sugar, the mustard, lovely. So I've preheated my oven at 180, and the trick is to baste every 15 minutes. So I've made an extra little stash to baste with throughout the 2 hours of cooking that's required to get a nice caramelization on top and that beautiful shine that we like to see. It's fantastic. So let's go ahead and put this in the oven, 180, 2 hours, basting every 15 minutes. Hi everyone, so I've completed the ham. After 2 hours cooking at 180 degrees, we have a beautiful glazed ham for Christmas. On behalf of Butcher Girl, I would like to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas for you, Butcher Girl.
Yeah!
Well done, buddy.